Hi, I'm Rosanna Vargas Forbes, and welcome to episode 138 of Art This Week. This is the first of many episodes we have recorded for our Art This Week in New York City series. In this episode, we visit the studio of Lauren Seiden and speak with her about her recent work. Her work can currently be seen in the group exhibition, It's Endless and Doing, at Thierry Goldberg Gallery. Now for Art This Week. Now, It's Endless and Doing is at the Thierry Goldberg Gallery, is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah. And how are you liking that? What attracted you to that exhibition and be a part of it?
I was approached about the work, and I think it has to do with like kind of a ominous state of endlessness. Mm-hmm. And when the owner came to the studio rather, and was talking about the work and the graphic effect and the graphite and the different kind of limitless possibilities of the process of the pieces, he was drawn to that and thought it would work within the show and the other artists.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about these pieces right here. Yeah.
These are all graphite on paper
Mm-hmm.
pieces. It's different layering of graphite. There's a base layer. There's some liquid graphite. There's different softnesses of graphite, different points. And it just, I don't know, it's a study of surface and kind of texture and repetitive mark making.
Mm-hmm. And then that's how these images or these different textures come through?
Yeah.
So you just continuously layer and...
Yeah, it's several layers. Sometimes the back layer is exposed.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a complete mirror.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be layer and layer and layer until it's a very smooth sheen. I don't know, I'm just particularly drawn to kind of the creaminess
Mm-hmm.
of the graphite and just transforming all of these into like just a metallic form. Mm-hmm. Rather than a paper piece or works on paper.
What draws you to the materials that you're using and the graphite and the mylar and the paper, everything? What draws you to that?
I don't know. For me, I'm very drawn to graphite. I think it's a really seductive material.
Mm.
I also think it's really elemental in both like the fact that it's a very raw, it's just lead, but it's also very familiar and basic. Everybody can relate to it, has used it. So to use it in a way that is maybe, I don't know, just pushing it further and further, really creating, I don't know, a topographic essence of it,
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just using it to write or, you know, I don't know, everybody uses them in school. Everybody's used a 2B pencil. And I don't know, I just find it really intriguing. I was trained as a painter,
Mm-hmm.
and I love oil paint.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, the graphite has that same richness and, I don't know, just creamy surface.
Mm-hmm. You were trained in painting and oils, and now you're moving to something like graphite. Is that, what do you like better or
Oh, I've been working
less?
with graphite for years. I don't think I've even used oil paints since college.
Wow, really? Uh-huh.
But for me, it was like I had started when I started making work again after school. I was using graphite,
Uh-huh.
and I was doing portraits, and I was kind of pulling pieces and using line, and then I realized that I was mostly drawn to like the line quality of it,
Mm-hmm.
and just went deeper and deeper into what I found most interesting in the piece,
Mm-hmm.
and that became kind of a rhythmic pattern and how to use the graphite in either a soft way or a harsh way, and just manipulate the medium that I was using.
And tell me about these pieces right here.
It's a mixed media on Mylar.
Mm-hmm.
Also, same marking, same pencil as the other works, different surface. This has, it's ink and graphite and oil and water, and it's it's kind of composed down on a table. I let it sit. It kind of creates a stamp on the surface. And then I go back in and make the markings to kind of pull out what I find interesting to create more of a composition and to mimic the markings that were created naturally. So it's kind of a little freer. It's more chance involved instead of being so controlled, but always the same markings in basically everything.
So when did you work on these pieces? What were these a part of?
These I did over the summer, so they're a few months old, but I continue to work on these and those, and I work in about 2 different series simultaneously, just to keep both fresh and to bounce back and forth. I feel like I'll see something in a drawing like this and then try and apply it in other work, like the black pieces, and vice versa.
So it moves. These pieces move to inspiration for others.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're different enough, but if you do look at them, with all the work, I feel like you need to be close. I feel like they're intimate, and yeah, the line quality is the same in all of them, but the composition is different and the medium is different. But there's different intentions in them. But with these both, I feel like I was trying to really get to kind of a raw element with the medium I was using. So the ink, the graphite, the oil, it's really left on the surface, just like the other pieces are.
Yeah. Was there a specific image you were looking for, or do you sketch, or these do you sketch them and then put the materials on it and then?
No, these are as like Jackson Pollocky as I'm gonna get. They're very loose. They're very, most of the work is very deliberate, and I get to that point after I have kind of a free form and manipulate the way the liquids are moving on the paper, which it's kind of revitalizing to just be loose and free, and then afterwards make it tighter and more composed. But no, there's no sketch beforehand. If anything, just in my head with the size of the paper, I know what space I want to fill, and that's about it.
That's weird. So it's a manipulation of the materials beforehand.
Yeah.
And and you can definitely tell that. I just wondered if there was something that sometimes you never know.
Right.
So where you're going with that, but it's interesting.
Oh, thank you.
We want to thank Lauren for speaking with us. Her work can currently be seen in the group exhibition It's Endless and Doing at Thierry Goldberg Gallery through July 15, 2012. More information on Lauren can be found at laurenseiden.com. More information on the gallery can be found at thierrygoldberg.com. In Dallas, Lauren is represented by Holly Johnson Gallery, and they can be found at hollyjohnsongallery.com. That's it for Art This Week. Thanks for watching.
I still got your Polaroid.